This is Dolphin Radio, broadcast on a frequency too high for humans. I am making this video primarily in response to a subject currently being addressed in the rationalist and skeptic community, and catalyzed by Atheism is Unstoppable in a video he produced several months ago, which has now come to a head, and also as a jumping off point for future videos I plan to make regarding life, the universe, and, well, everything. I also wish to set the record wrong about a few things I think important, and in this case, the idea of doxing. I would also like to remind my American friends of a few amendments to our Bill of Rights that most of them seem to have forgotten. I'm referring, of course, to the 9th and 10th Amendments. These two amendments represent the culmination of the Bill of Rights, and are arguably the most important, as they both enumerate and define the limits of what is, in America, an inalienable human right. So to start, let's take a look at these two amendments. The 9th states, "The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage the rights of others." Basically, your rights end where my rights begin, and vice versa. I cannot use my rights to deny or disparage yours, and you cannot use yours to deny or disparage mine. The 10th Amendment states, "The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited to it by the states, are reserved to the states respectively, or to the people." Now, nowhere does it say what these rights are, and it has long stood to mean anything. Any right you can imagine not delegated to the federal government by the Constitution, nor denied by the states, are reserved to the states and to the citizens. Basically, if there's no law against it, whatever it is, and it's not delegated to the government or denied by the state, then it is your right. When you put these two amendments together, it can be said that anything you can think of is your right to do, provided that A, there is no law against it, B, it is not a reserved or delegated right of the government, and C, it does not disparage the rights of others. So, what does this mean for the topic at hand? Well, in the case of doxing, I have to admit that I would never agree that speech, as speech, has any limits in a society based on concepts like freedom of speech. But I have to concede that. You see, anonymity online and in general is recognized as an existing right, codified in the 4th Amendment and reinforced by the 10th Amendment, as well as federal court rulings. And using your speech to deny somebody's right to anonymity is a direct violation of the 9th Amendment. I never thought I would say this, but speech has its limits, but only those imposed by the 9th Amendment. Anyone living in the United States, including Atheism is Unstoppable, who uses their speech to deny or disparage any other American's right to privacy by revealing information about that person counter to their anonymity without their prior consent is in direct violation of that person's civil rights. This is something that potential doxers and arrogant mouthpieces should remember when they rant about their so-called right to dox, or the year of the dox. For months I have been following this community, liking, subscribing, oh yeah, do that by the way, and investing in your ideas and thoughts. All across our media spectrum, commentators and would-be journalists regularly fall from grace, lose their integrity, or just sell out. They all lack one key component of competent commentary: introspection. That ability to step back, take an honest assessment of what you've done, what you are, and what standards you hold yourself to, and say anything other than, "I see no problems." It's good to think that this online community of skeptics and rationalists may not quite all fit that description. This has been Dolphin Radio, broadcast on a frequency too high for humans.